Welcome to part 3. I took the masking off the pinstripe and it doesn't look too bad. I had to do a little bit of touch-ups here and there, but it looks pretty good overall. Well, you can see it. I hope you can see it alright. And I got the front. Well, I'm not exactly a master at striping. It doesn't look too bad. But, see me a little closer there. It looks pretty good. And on the side here. And then of course the back is pretty plain. But, so now I was going to put some white on the top here. Let's see. Move this around again so you can see it better. I was going to put white up in here, like on the cab roof, and I said, nah, maybe not. I'd be getting too crazy. So I did make some decals. And I took David from Crooked River and Eastern Railroad's suggestion, and that was to print them out on paper first, cut them out, make sure they fit right, the right size. And I think I got it pretty well squared away. Now I've got aluminum grills I've got to put on the top. I got aluminum grills on the side. I may have to blacken a few of the square things. You probably can't see them, but there's some square areas here that probably need to be blacked in. So there's a little bit of detail here and there I'm going to have to do. And I'm kicking around. I've got actual grab irons on here. I should have took them off, but I didn't. So I may go ahead and paint them silver. Or I may just leave them. I don't know yet. So much to do. So I guess the next step will be putting on the decals. And I probably won't videotape the actual installing of the decals. I'll just put them on and then I'll reshoot the shell after it's done. And same thing with the grills and all that. I might just go ahead and put all that stuff on off camera. It'd be easier and shorter. Yeah. The only thing I regret is I took off the number plates. And they've got 17 on them, which is the number of the logo. And I would have liked to change it to 23 or 2300 or something similar to that, or even 1300. But I don't know where to find new number plates that can be lit up. So if anybody's got any ideas, drop me a line. Use my email address or respond to this video in the comments section, and let me know if there's a place I can get them for the FA7. I did order a set of horns for it. I don't know when they'll be in, probably about a week or so. I lost one of the horns during the paint stripping. So I figured I'd just get a new pair, so I actually bought a pair of brass horns, and I'll probably be painting them silver to make them look like they're chrome. And installing those on there. Other than that, and of course I'll have to put all the windows back in, and the portal windows, I've got all that glass or plastic as it were. But that'll be done probably after the decaling is done. Because after I do the decals, and I'll probably go ahead and, probably won't, I might, I don't know yet. Videotape. I'm going to spray the clear coat on there on the whole model after everything, the decals are on. And I may actually do that before I put the grills in because I don't want to get those plastic coated. So we'll see what happens. I'm not sure when I'm going to do the decals yet. I really want the paint to dry up good. I did about a couple of touch-ups here and there. You really can't tell But when I pulled the pinstriping tape off, it did pull some of the paint off with it, so I had to retouch that. But it looks good, I think. I mean, it's not a, crazy professional job. It's not bad for an amateur, right? Anyway, it's going to look a lot better once everything's all put back in and it's back on its chassis. And I think it's going to look real good when I get done with it. And I think after this, I might do a couple of box cars, strip them down and re-letter them with, my logo on there. And just for fun, but I wish I could buy these. Unfortunately, I like the ones from scaletrains.com, the box cars. They're heavy, they're well built, but they don't sell unlettered ones. So I might have to buy a couple more just to strip them down and, down to the bare body and then redo what I want to do with them. We'll see how the engine comes out first. If the engine comes out good, we may as well do that. So anyway, this is, what did I say this was, part 3? Yeah, part 3. I'm going to pause for a bit. And once I get the decals on, we'll continue. And I'll show the model once it's decaled, and then we'll probably end part 3. And go to part 4 where it's, will be after assembly. Reassembly, I should say. And then part 5 will be all together on the chassis, and we'll wrap it up there. So, stay tuned. More to come. Alright, well, we got to the point where the decals are on. And it doesn't look too bad. I don't know how much you can see with the camera because the lighting's not that good. I got the Millennium County on the sides. And I don't know if you can see that or not. Right on the top of the nose I got the Millennium County logo. So I guess we're ready to clear coat it and lock it all in, and then I can start reassembly. So I just wanted to give you a brief look. You can watch me. I got some spray lacquer clear. Let's see how that works. Hopefully it doesn't eat anything. You gotta clear this stuff though, because if you don't, nothing will stay. Matter of fact, let me double check and make sure these decals are not peeling off anywhere. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, both sides look good. The top looks good. Alright, here we go. Looks good. Doesn't smell too good, but it looks good. Alright, well, that's it for now. When I come back, I'll probably bring this onto my desk and start reassembling it, so I'll set up the camera in there. So, be back in a bit. Alright, so it's good and dry now, so we'll start assembly. I'm not going to show assembly on video because that'd be here all day, maybe 2. But I'll go ahead and turn on the camera after we get certain amounts done so you can see what it looks like, and we'll do it that way. So stay tuned, there'll be more to come. Alright, so far I've gotten the metal mesh screens on each side. Not well you can see that, but they're there. I got the metal screens on the top. I got the windows on the side portal windows glued into place. And the next step will probably be the windshield side windows. And, well, we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to pause again. And when I get that done, I'll show it to you. And there it is, the finished product. On the track. And quite operational. All the lighting works. There we go. Got the strobe working and everything. It came out pretty darn good. All the pieces are back on and in place. And it don't look too bad. So I'm very happy with this. However, I may want to think twice about doing it before I do another engine. I'll stick to the train cars instead. They look like they might be a lot easier. So I guess my next one's either going to be a caboose or maybe a boxcar. I'm not sure. I'm going to pause the camera to reposition it. Hang on. There we go. Now I can get my ugly mug back in there again. So anyway, write in and leave comments. You like it, you don't like it. Things you might have done differently. I'm up for anything. I almost wished I'd have left it orange and did the blue pinstripe instead, but we're not doing that again. So it's just going to have to stay the way it is. But I think any of the other cars are going to be light in color, so I can use the, I had a lot of problems with the decals on this. And mind you, this is the first time I printed decals. And even though I have a laser printer and it was designed for a laser printer, there were a lot of little problems. And I wasted a whole bunch of paper doing this. But, I got a few good decals out of it. Well, I think it'd just be easier if I did it on a lighter body. You know, with the clear decal rather than with the white backed one. So anyway, that's it. The finale for the FA engine. I think it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. And that's going to be the last engine I do probably. I got a Canadian National. It's an E44S or something. It's a big long one. And since I don't really run Canadian National on my layout, originally I was going to do that as the Millennium counting. And I still might. But I'm not sure I'm quite ready to do it yet because it's a little more entailed than this FA was. A lot of little components. So I'll have to really give it some serious thought as to whether I want to do that or not. And I think I'm going to wait and see, Roy Smith down there in Panama. He's going to be speed matching this weekend. And I want to see how he does it because I'd like to run it with my BNSF. And once again, I don't remember the designations of these engines. But they're both long engines and they'd be perfectly suited to run in a consist, multiple unit. But I know they need to be speed matched, so I want to see what happens with that. And if I can't do it, I may just sell it and get another BNSF from scaletrains.com because the BNSF I have is scaletrains.com and the Canadian National I got from Walters. And I got to tell you something. I'm not real impressed with Walters. Some of their stuff's not bad. A lot of it, not so much. So anyway, that's where we're at. And I'm going to end this video on that note. And remember, I have a contest going for the railroad crossing decals in HO scale. Leave a comment. If you haven't done so yet, go ahead and do it, and I'll put you on in the contest for the drawing. Otherwise, we're going to wait till we get 125 subscribers. I picked up 3 already in the last 2 weeks, which isn't bad. And I'd like to thank Nathan DeLay for a great shout out he did for me. And Wilmer Ullery, I'm not sure how you pronounce your name, Wilmer. Sorry about that. Thank you for the shout out. And everybody else that shouted out for me as well. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Hope we get some more subscribers, and we'll go from there. In the meantime, keep it on the rails, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.